We are going to swatch the sparkliest indie shadows in all of Europe. If my cat let us do this because he's trying very hard to be a pain in my ass today. Hi friends, hi, thank you for watching. My name is Mia and this is my virtual vanity, a place where we both love makeup and we're quite critical of it. Today we are going to do a swatch fest of a bunch of Bernovich eyeshadows, including their new matte formula and some new shades in their sparklers series of shadows. I have reviewed Bernovich previously with products 100% bought with my own money by myself before I was affiliated with them. So if you're interested in that, go check out the video linked down in the description. I also have a discount code with Bernovich that is Mia Vanity that will get you 10% off and a small kickback for me. I would be delighted if you would use it if you order, but if you're not comfortable with that, I completely understand. Without further ado, let's get to swatching. Let's start with the matte formula. Now, their mattes are, I would say, on the drier, powderier side, but still quite pigmented. There is some kick up in the pan, but I haven't encountered any fallout in particular on my eyes. Be mindful of the fact that I use the windshield motion type of technique. So I build the color up like it were watercolor in very thin layers. I don't use the pat and dab blending technique, so your mileage may vary. These are honestly so good for my technique because they are so easy to layer and bring to full opacity, but they're not like, for example, Anastasia Beverly Hills mattes where it's just boom, full pigment from the very beginning and then you kind of have to fuss with it. I feel that these are very, very much more usable and beginner friendly, I would say. Kind of trying to save space on my hand here so I can show them all to you at the same time. I also haven't encountered any staining, but I generally do not have issues with staining on my eyes, on my skin. Overall, as I said, I really like these, buildable, blendable. I will insert looks that I've done with them to the side as I talk about them. Let's go shade by shade. The white is quite well pigmented and really easy to work with. Yellow, I really like it. I wouldn't say it's completely the best yellow in my collection, and I would say it goes more towards a cold yellow instead of a mustard, but it's still really good. And I specifically like pairing it with this really cool lime green. Then we've got these aqua blue greenish sort of tones that remind me of tropical seas. Again, these are really nice and easy to work with. I really enjoy them. The pale blue is a bit anemic as far as color goes, and it does need to be built up a bit. But I was missing a shade like this in my collection, so I'm really happy. This cobalt blue and this purple, they're quite intense. As you can see, the swatches could go on for days if I let them. Then there's again this blue purple, which I find is quite rare. Most brands like to do like reddish purples, so I've been really enjoying this combo as well. I really like all of the pale pinks here, and the reds and these neon like pinks are surprisingly easy to work with. So yeah, I really like this. If you want a rainbow array of singles, 100% would recommend. Okay, let's talk shimmers now that we are done with the mattes, and I'm going to start with these ones which have a translucent base and then a colorful shimmer. These can very well be used as toppers or as shades on their own. You've got this one that sparkles yellow and a bit pink, which reminds me of sunlight on a summer's day. Then this green one, which is very spring-like, very summery. I love it. This aqua blue one, which is like the sea shining. And then this sci-fi purple one that I absolutely adore. And as you can see, it's got a bit of a grayish undertone to it, but I haven't noticed it looking bad on my skin tone. So I've been really enjoying these. Let's continue with this array of pinkish shades over here. Okay, so you've got this pale silver pink that is really, really nice to use with colder tones. You've got a bit of a platinum sort of pink, very shiny. A copper pink, I would say this is a true rose gold. A lighter variant of that shade, and I'm not sure if it can be seen on camera, but this has green sparkles running through it. Then a hot pink, a slightly warmer toned, and then another warmer pink. And most of these, as you can see, they are duochrome. See how they shift when I move my arm left and right? This is what I like the most about Bernovich eyeshadows, that they are really, really multi-dimensional in both finish and sparkle. It's just not just glittery mica, you know? There's layers and layers of sheen on them, and I absolutely love that. Moving on to this set of shades in the interior. So they have a formula that is a bit thicker, that is a metallic, I would say. And this yellow gold is part of one. I wouldn't say this is my favorite formula from them. It is very pigmented and it's high quality, but it's not necessarily the special shade that I look for in indie. Then we've got these other two shades, and this is one of my favorites because it's got that duochrome pale blue to brown shift, and it's great as a one shade as well. This is really pretty as a lid accent color. Another one of those metallics, really pretty platinum purple. One of my favorite shades is this purple to green duochrome. It's very Goblin energy, dark fae vibes. And another one of my favorites is this cobalt blue purple to yellow duochrome, which is very, you know, astral plane-ish. I really like it. This shade is slightly more glittery, and it's a yellow base with a purple to blue shift. And I find this a very mysterious color. This is really an interesting shade. Another one of those thicker shades, and this is a cold purple with a slight yellow sheen. And last but not least, another one of those grayish to pink shades, but this is a bit darker than this one. As you can see, even in the pan, the base is darker and less translucent. And we are done with this set of shades. Let me just clean up. I'm probably going to find glitter literally everywhere after I'm done with this. So this is a bit more of a neutral color story with some pops of greens. Okay, so I've managed to swatch all of these golds. Okay, so we've got one of those topper shades, again a very pale fiery gold, a pure gold. This one reminds me of jewelry actually. Then this is a slight copper with a light gold sheen, a warmer copper with a silvery sheen, a platinum type of gold shade. This reminds me of white gold or of magical fire. Another copper, this time a bit darker, more reflective, so see how these have kind of different reflex. This is a thinner copper shade, pulls a slightly pink. Another copper to gold. This is a darker copper shade, and I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but it's got a pink sheen running through it. Yet another copper. This is one of my favorite shades because it's copper red to yellow. See how it shifts? This is again another one of my favorite shades because it's copper to green. And then another one of my favorites copper to blue. I feel that if you're a neutral lover, these would be a really interesting way to bring some magic to your look without going out of your comfort zone. You can do an all matte look and then just tap one of these in the center of the lid and boom, wizardry. This one is really special, and that's why I didn't swatch it with the rest of the coppers, because this, look how beautiful and dimensional this is. Oh God, I hope it can be seen. Let me turn the light down. Look how pretty. This is a thicker formula. If I'm not careful, I do feel it on the lids. Golden magic in a, you know, in a little pot. This beautiful, very intense warlock purple. This deep sea blue with a, as you can see, it's got like a darker gray base to it. This is slightly thinner than this sort of glitter type shade. Gosh darn it, look at that reflect, because I'm about to faint. This is like magic portal reflect. There is no denying that. Okay, we've got these forest greens, an aqua green, a beautiful tropical water blue, and then another one of those magical blue purples. Last but not least, this orange to pink duochrome. Orange to very cold pink, as you can see. I really, really love this one, especially with a warmer crease. Last but not least, these darker shades. Whoa, okay, so we've got this, a gunmetal gray, very reflective with see the dark base happening there, very dimensional. Same here, this is more of a bluish gray with a slight reflect. And then there's this black, I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but it's got multi-dimensional mica running through it. So it has purple, red, blue, some green sparkles, and as you can see, it's just very pigmented. I feel that this used on the lid in a smoky eye, chef's kiss. Okay guys, this has been it. This has been my Bernovich review and swatch party. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you and your magpie brain enjoyed this goblin sparkle treat. Take a shot every time I said magic if you want to end up in an alcoholic coma, but I would not recommend it. Thank you so much to Bernovich for sending these to me. I have been honestly really loving playing with them and creating looks with them, and they are my favorite eyeshadows in my collection, point blank period, because of the fact that they're really good and sentimentality. Like, I love them, then the brand noticed me. It feels good, man. It really does feel good. If you order, if you're comfortable with it, please don't forget to use code MiaVanity at checkout. Yeah, this has been it. Have a wonderful morning, evening, second breakfast, third lunch, or whatever it is you're from. Bye.